my dear Iranian sisters and dear Mrs. Rajavi, it is always an honor to speak and to be part of your events that I have always appreciated, but it's a double honor to speak on the occasion of International Women's Day. My colleague talked about the existence of 27 state agencies in Iran tasked to suppress women specifically, including compulsory veil. Has anyone ever asked why the clerical regime is so desperate to focus its attention on fighting women in every form and shape it can? The mullahs regime that since its inception has executed 120,000 of the best and brightest people, including pregnant women, has indeed institutionalized gender discrimination in law and in practice. Literally speaking, Iran is one of 3 to 4 countries that has taken no action in ratifying the Convention of Elimination of Gender Discrimination. By realizing the misogynist nature of this regime, women took leadership roles to not only fight for their own rights, but to liberate a nation from the darkness of a medieval regime that has rightfully, in my opinion, seen its end at the hands of women. Over the course of my engagement with NCRI, I met many women who had spent time in prison as political prisoners and have seen their relatives and best friends executed, and yet they had endured. A prime example is this Mrs. Rajavi herself, that her younger sister, 8 months pregnant, was attacked by the murderous IRGC agents and killed under torture. I want to use this opportunity to recommend myself to the cause of freedom and equality in Iran, as I firmly believe the regime in Iran is a clear and present danger to our security and to the Iranian people, and in particular, Iranian women. For me, the pain that the mother of Iranian wrestler champion Navid Afkari, who was executed by this regime just a few months ago and endured, is unimaginable. Navid's 2 brothers also are imprisoned. Can any one of you imagine that pain? How about the brave Rehana Jabari, who did not give in to the criminal agent who wanted to assault her and her grieving mother? How about the frail mother of Sataba Hashati, a blogger killed under torture by the regime? And the list goes on. My heart goes out to all these suffering women and mothers. In conclusion, what is our role? What should we do? Is it enough just to talk about these atrocities? Or, as entrusted representatives of the people, we have a duty to act? These are my recommendations. 1, any relationship with the regime in Iran, if any, must be contingent upon very viable human rights improvements, including women's rights. As the main apparatus of suppression inside Iran, an exporter of terror abroad, the IRGC and its affiliated Basif force must be proscribed in its entirety. And I am confident we have a cross-party support for this endeavour. And finally, we have to recognise that NCR is our ally, because peace and stability in the volatile region of the Middle East can only be achieved, and more importantly maintained, when malign activities of the Iranian regime stops. And that can only be achieved by supporting the Iranian people and NCRI for a tolerant, non-nuclear and democratic republic in Iran. Thank you.